Hello? Hello? Are you in there? Oh, I see you, room 5. Oh, boy, everybody. Your friend Uri sent me a challenge to read another Magic Treehouse. Oh, boy, Uri, I like a good challenge. So, we are gonna read our next Magic Treehouse. And here it is. Oh, boy. Magic Treehouse number 5, Night of the Ninjas. Ooh. First, I remember Miss Lavecchio always says, take a sneak peek. Take a sneak peek. That means you gotta look at the cover and the back. Okay. Oh boy, I notice. Ooh, I see a ninja. Do you see that ninja? And that ninja, is grabbing Annie and Jack. I bet they're gonna get into some trouble. Let's look at the back. Oh, it says, have you ever met a real live ninja? No, I have not. I have never met a ninja. Ooh, but that's why I'm excited about this book, because in books, we get to meet all kinds of characters. Jack and Annie do. Let me reread. Have you ever met a real live ninja? Jack and Annie do when the Magic Treehouse whisks them back to ancient Japan, where they find themselves in the cave of a ninja master. Will they learn the secrets of the ninja? Or will the evil samurai warriors get them first? Oh boy, I can't wait to start this book. Ooh. The next Magic Treehouse, we read number 4, Pirates Past Noon, and now we're reading the next one, The Night of the Ninjas. So as we're reading, remember, we are going to be making sure we use our tools for understanding our books. So as always with our chapter read-alouds, we want to make sure that we're making a movie, right, to picture what's happening in our head. So you can just be cozy, or you can get a piece of paper and you can draw the pictures of what you see when I read the book. That is a great way to make a movie, to picture what's happening. All right, because it's really important. We always make sure that we're getting it, that we understand what's going on. And if we don't, we need to reread. So if at any time you don't understand, just push pause and go back. All right, here we go. The Magic Treehouse, number 5, Night of the Ninjas. Here's our table of contents. We're starting with a prologue. A prologue is like even before chapter 1, and this prologue is going to just kind of give us a reminder of all the things we've learned in books 1, 2, 3, and 4. So even if you haven't read number 1, 2, 3, or 4, this is going to help us know what's going on. Prologue. One summer day in Frog Creek, Pennsylvania, a mysterious treehouse appeared in the woods. 8-year-old Jack and his 7-year-old sister Annie climbed into the treehouse. They found that it was filled with books. Jack and Annie soon discovered that the treehouse was magic. It could take them to the places in the books. All they had to do was to point to a picture and wish to be there. Jack and Annie visited the time of the dinosaurs, Old England, ancient Egypt, and a pirate ship. Along the way, they discovered that the treehouse belonged to Morgan Le Fay. Morgan was a magical librarian from the time of King Arthur. She traveled through time and space, gathering books. Jack and Annie are about to start a whole new adventure in Night of the Ninjas. Chapter 1, Back into the Woods. Let's look again, Jack, said Annie. Jack and Annie were walking home from the library. The path went right by the Frog Creek woods. Jack sighed. We looked this morning, he said. We looked the day before and the day before that. Then you don't have to come, said Annie. I'll go look by myself. She took off into the woods. Annie, wait, Jack called. It's almost dark. We have to get home. But Annie had disappeared among the trees. Jack stared at the woods. He was starting to lose hope. Maybe he would never see Morgan again. Weeks had passed, and there had not been one sign of Morgan Le Fay, nor had there been one sign of her magic treehouse. "Jack!" Annie called from the woods. "It's back!" "Oh, she's just pretending as usual," Jack thought. But his heart started to race. "Hurry!" Annie called. "She better not be kidding," said Jack. He took off into the woods to find Annie. Night was falling fast. Crickets chirped loudly. It was hard to see through the shadows. "Annie!" Jack shouted. "Here!" she called. Jack kept walking. "Here where?" he called back. "Here, here." Annie's voice came from above. Jack looked up. "Oh, man," he breathed. Annie waved from the window of a treehouse. It was in the tallest oak in the woods. A long rope ladder hung down from it. The magic treehouse was back. "Come on up," Annie shouted. Jack ran to the rope ladder. He started climbing. He climbed and climbed and climbed. As he climbed, he looked out over the woods. High above the treetops, it was still light. At last, Jack pulled himself into the treehouse. Annie sat in the shadows. Books were scattered everywhere. On the floor, the letter M glowed in the dim light. The M stood for Morgan Le Fay. But there was no sign of Morgan herself. I wonder where Morgan is," said Jack. "Maybe she went to the library to get some more books," said Annie. "We were just at the library. We would have seen her," said Jack. "Besides, the library is closed now." Squeak! A little mouse ran out from behind the stack of books. It ran to the M shining on the floor. "Yikes!" said Annie. The mouse sat on the middle of the M. It looked up at Jack and Annie. "Aw, it's so cute," said Annie. Jack had to admit the mouse was cute. It had brown and white fur and big dark eyes. Annie slowly reached out her hand. The mouse didn't move. Annie patted its tiny head. "Hi, Peanut," she said. "Can I call you Peanut?" "Oh, brother," said Jack. "Do you know where Morgan is?" Annie asked the mouse. Squeak! "You're nuts, Annie," said Jack. "Just because the mouse is in the treehouse doesn't mean it's magic. It's a plain old mouse that crawled in, that's all." Jack looked around again. He saw a piece of paper on the floor. "What's that?" he said. "What's what?" asked Annie. Jack went over and picked up the paper. There was writing on it. "Oh, man," whispered Jack after he read the words. "What is it?" said Annie. "A note," said Jack. "It must be from Morgan. I think she's in big trouble." Ooh, all right. We are done with chapter 1. Jack thinks Morgan is in trouble, so let's make sure we do something at the end. You could draw a picture of chapter 1. You could do a comic strip of chapter 1, or you can act it out for someone at home. That would be fun. Or with someone at home, you can retell them what happened. And we'll be back for chapter 2.